Okay, hi everyone, this is Johan and today I'll be talking about 5 things most retailers overlook when it comes to including in their store that could be costing them good customer experience or even revenue. So jumping straight into it, number 1, you must have a shopping bag or trolley option for your shoppers. Now this goes without saying, but there are still some retail stores out there who don't have shopping bags at least for your shoppers to hold their items that they want to buy. Think about it, if you want your shoppers to purchase more items, you need to give them more space to carry those items, right? So what way to do it than having at least a shopping bag for them to carry around your store when they're inside. Number 2, all your staff should be wearing staff uniform. Now, you should be making sure that all your staff has at least some form of uniform that customers can identify them by. So these days, even though people are more casual and they will prefer to wear their own clothes to work, you need to make sure that your staff can easily be recognized by customers so that customers find it easy to ask questions or ask for different items that they might not be able to find in your store. So make it super easy for your customers to identify your staff so that your staff can actually help them if needed. So number 2, make sure your staff at least have an identifiable uniform that they all wear at every point in time. So moving on to number 3, you need to include waiting areas or couches for your customers. Now this is actually not for your customers, but it's for the boyfriends, girlfriends, or even the kids of your customers, right? So most times, the person that's buying the item in your store, the one that is browsing, the one that's really immersed within the items in your store, might bring along family members or their partners or their spouses, and you want to make sure that even for the spouses, they don't feel a dreadful feeling of having to tag along with their spouse and partner everywhere, in every inch and corner of the store, right? So just have these seating areas or couches that makes it comfortable for these people who tag along their friends or partners to actually be able to sit down while their partner is out shopping and browsing your items. Now this also works in another way, in that these partners that are taking along now will not be bugging your main customer to hurry up their decision and hasten their shopping. You always want to make sure that there's elongated time in which the customers are browsing your items so that they can really get into the zone of buying things, right? And that makes sense for you as well. So make sure you have waiting areas, couches for these partners as well, not only for your customers. Now moving on to the 4th one, what you also want to include is banners of your online store. This is assuming you do have an online store presence, okay? If you do have an online store presence, you want to make use of every opportunity that you have to promote your online store. Now, having an online store and promoting your online store actually will facilitate continuous customer purchase and elongate the customer experience with you. You don't want to lose customers when they step outside your store. You don't want to just have one customer and not have repeated business from each and every one of your customers. So having banners of your online store actually helps this, because who knows, the customers when you're browsing or waiting in line, they see the picture of your banner for your online store, they quickly snap a photo of it, and now they're connected with your online store. So this way, you're actually really elongating, like I said, the customer journey, the customer experience with your store, even after they step outside of your store. Last but not least, you need to include a tips jar beside your cashier. So these days, we have very huge first world problems. People don't want to carry too many coins and pennies in their wallet. So having a tips jar is just a very convenient avenue for your customers after they receive the change to place the coins into the jar. Just having a jar there will work wonders, right? So that's number 1. Number 2 as well, when your staff and your cashiers actually see the tips jar beside their actual cashier, they're actually incentivized to work harder and deliver greater customer service to your customers. So all this is just win for you as a business owner, right? So just having a tips jar beside the cashier will work wonders for you. So if this is not something you're currently doing, make sure you do have tips jar along all your cashiers. So now just by having a tips jar there, again, you just incentivize your staff to do better, and conveniently as well, you're making it more convenient for your customers to leave more money in your store. So with that, these are the 5 things I have for you today in terms of the most overlooked yet possibly effective things you can do for your business today. So with that, this is Johan from DayOne signing out. See you on the next one. Bye.